Well, guys, just a quick thought here before we have practice tomorrow. Now, we just played this past weekend up in Arlington, and we saw some great success, hit some balls hard, did some really awesome things. So very proud of you guys. But I just have one little tip while it's fresh on my mind about our approach at the plate. Now, the approach, it's not about mechanics, it's about a mindset. It's our thought. What are we trying to accomplish? What are our goals for this at bat? What are we trying to do? Now, most of you would probably say, hey, I want to hit the ball hard somewhere. I want to put the barrel on the baseball. I want to hit it hard somewhere. I'd love to get a hit. Well, what I saw this weekend, and it was our first games, so I'll chalk it up a little bit to that. But I saw a little timidity. What does that mean? Uncertainness, maybe being a little afraid. And guys were getting well off the plate. So let's say this is home plate here. It's just a piece of paper. I saw guys getting a little further in the box, back this way, not back towards the catcher, but back this way, and it seemed like they did not want the ball close to them. And they'd rather, the plate's over there, and I'm going to swing out over the plate. And I'm going to keep my body as far away as possible from the plate and the ball. Now, granted, yes, getting hit is not fun. However, imagine when you're pitching real quick. Would you rather the hitter well out of the way, or would you rather him right on top of the plate when you're pitching? It's probably easier, less intimidating for you as a pitcher if he's further away from the plate. You give the pitcher a little more confidence. So that's one reason why. I want to creep up on the plate a little bit this way, getting closer to the plate so that a ball seem like they're a little closer to you. Now, number two, the reason why. Okay, we won't have to reach as much. Now, I can just think about if I'm a little closer to the plate. Okay, I'm not talking about being right on it, our toes on the inside edge of the plate. I'm talking about just close enough where now I can stay short with my hands to the baseball and I don't have to reach out. Okay, number one. Number two, the other thing is, if we want to show a little more power, if we want to exhibit some power as a team, I want you to get comfortable with that ball being closer to you. I want you to be comfortable with that ball coming inside or on the inside half of home plate. Why is that? Well, once we get a little better, a little quicker, a little more confident with the ball being close to us, that is where a lot of our power is going to be. Now, this may not speak for everybody on the team, but just in general with baseball players out there, the furthest balls that you're going to hit in your life, some of the hardest balls you're going to hit in your life are when you get that bat head out in front, you turn on a baseball that's on the inner half of the plate, okay, and you hit it properly, and you're going to really crush some balls either on a line or launch some balls towards the fence. Now, again, we're only 10 years old. I get this. We're not trying to hit balls over the fence at this point. Especially on some of the size fields that we play on, but we want to put some charges into the baseball. And some of you have seen what it's like when you really catch a ball inside, catch it clean, and drive it to the outside on the pole side, right? So if you're a right-handed hitter, that means hitting it to left field. When you're a left-handed hitter, like me, hitting it to right field. So I always liked to feel like every ball was closer to me, was on the inside part of the plate. How did I make that happen? I just got closer to the plate. And I was confident to know that even if they threw it in here, I was going to be able to somehow get my bat to it. Now, we'll work on this in practice, but I want you to see this on a video so it's there, so you can review it. And let's be a little more aggressive, not just in our mindset and our approach of what we're trying to do, but our physical approach when we get a little bit closer to the plate. Instead of being way back here and trying to reach for the ball because we're afraid of getting in there, let's get up in there. Get up on the plate a little bit and say, come on, I challenge you. Throw the ball in here. Throw it in here. I'm ready for it. Here it comes. And when it comes in there, boom, we're going to be short to the ball. And we're going to put a charge into it. Now, with that, I'm just going to say one other thing. Okay? When we're trying to get to that baseball, we're not going to certainly go out and around it. We are going to take our hands from our loaded position, and we're going to think about stabbing the baseball with the end of the bat. I saw a really cool video, which I think is a perfect analogy for you guys when it comes to this technique to getting the bat to the baseball. Okay? when the ball is closer to us, or even in general, when the ball's out, even out over the plate, for us to think swing, we're not going to try and swing out. I definitely don't want to be swinging out towards the baseball. I want to go straight to it. So our thought, just the thought, you may not actually do this, but the thought that this person had in their video, and it was an ex-Major League Baseball player, okay, was a really good player in college, ex-Major League Baseball player, talked about taking the knob of the bat and imagine that there was a knife on the end of the bat. Okay, we use our imagination, right? Imagine there's a knife on the end of this bat, and the top of the bat is a sword. Knife here, sword here. We're saying loading up, take the knife part, stab the baseball, take the sword part, and split the baseball in half. So it's trying to keep, if you look at my hands don't go out here to swing the bat. They certainly don't go out here, down here. If I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to say the camera is the baseball, I'm going to load up, I'm going to take that knob, thinking about stabbing the baseball, and then I'm thinking about slicing it in half with the sword. Notice my hands stayed in this area. They did not go out. They stayed in. So that's just a thought for you. If we want the baseball inside, we want it closer to us, we want to intimidate that pitcher a little bit, we want to put a charge into the baseball, let's get up on the plate a little bit, and let's think about load up, stabbing the ball, slicing it with the sword, and following all the way through. We'll work on this a little bit more at practice, guys, but just some food for thought as we get into our season. Let's be a little more intimidating, a little more aggressive in our approach and our mindset, and physically when we're up on the plate.